Imagine holding a coin so rare, so powerful, that its value is more than $125,000, and yet most people walk past it every single day without even noticing. Today, on US MintX, we are uncovering 4 Lincoln wheat pennies that are not just coins, they are hidden treasures, secret fortunes, quietly waiting to be discovered in the hands of a few lucky collectors. These aren't ordinary pennies you find in a jar. Each one of them carries history, mystery, and mind-blowing value, with collectors willing to fight tooth and nail just to get a single example. From the early 1900s to the 1950s, these coins survived wars, recessions, and decades of circulation, and now they're worth over $125,000 each. Stick around, because what you are about to see will change the way you look at pennies forever. By the end of this video, you will understand why serious collectors call these coins hidden wealth, and why one of these might even be closer to you than you think. Remember, US MintX brings freshly updated discoveries every single day, revealing treasures that most people will never even know exist. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Coin number 1. At first glance, this coin doesn't beg for attention. The 1919 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark appears quiet, almost modest, carrying the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln that millions of Americans have seen for generations. But this is exactly how legendary treasures hide in plain sight. This penny was struck in Philadelphia at a time when America was still reshaping itself after World War I. When the economy was unstable, metal quality fluctuated, and minting standards were anything but consistent. The year 1919 stands at a crossroads of U.S. history. Industrial expansion was colliding with material shortages and the United States. Mint was under pressure to produce coinage rapidly for a growing nation. These conditions created anomalies, coins that were never meant to survive, never meant to be preserved, and certainly never meant to be coveted. Yet here we are, more than a century later, witnessing one of the most quietly powerful survivors of that era. This specific penny tells a story through its surface. The black and brown toning isn't damage, it's history written in metal. The zinc scrapes and scattered spots reflect circulation through real American hands, through decades of commerce, hardship, and movement. These marks confirm authenticity and era. Advanced collectors know this kind of wear doesn't weaken the coin, it validates it. This is a circulated survivor, not a modern fantasy. The composition of this wheat penny is where things get fascinating. During this period, copper planchets were inconsistent, and trace metal interactions during striking and aging produced unique surface chemistry. That's why this coin displays deep, uneven coloration and texture that simply cannot be replicated. Every scrape, every shade shift is locked in time. No two examples age the same, which makes each surviving piece a one-of-one artifact. What truly separates this 1919 no-mint mark wheat penny from ordinary examples is its rarity in this exact condition. Millions were minted, yes, but almost none survived with this specific combination of circulated integrity, original toning, zinc interaction, and untouched surfaces. Most were melted, destroyed, cleaned, or altered. The ones that remain authentic and unmodified are aggressively pursued by elite collectors who understand that originality beats perfection every time. Collector demand for this coin is not casual. It is intense, calculated, and growing. Auction houses track these examples privately. When one appears, it doesn't sit. It disappears into collections, vaults, and legacy holdings. This is the kind of coin that doesn't wait for attention. Attention chases it. The market understands its trajectory, and that trajectory is upward. Now here is the moment that changes everything. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of this exact 1919 Lincoln wheat penny in the circulated condition described with black and brown toning and zinc scrapes stands at $196,000. Yes, a single cent carrying nearly $200,000 in real active auction demand. This is not fiction. This is not speculation. This is documented market reality. Coins like this are being treated as serious wealth vehicles, and the price momentum is accelerating. Every year that passes, fewer remain available, and the ones that do surface command even stronger results. If you are holding a coin like this, you are not holding history alone. You are holding a concentrated form of value that continues to rise while the world catches up. This is the kind of treasure that doesn't announce itself. It waits for knowledge. It waits for the right eyes. And when recognized, it changes everything. For collectors, the message is clear. Never underestimate circulated coins with authentic surfaces. Never rush to clean. Never assume age alone defines value. Learn the metal, the era, the texture, and the story. This is where true power lives in numismatics. And this is only coin number 1. On US MintX, we uncover hidden wealth like this every single day. Stay with us, because the next coin is even more shocking. Next up, now slow down, because this is where the story takes a turn that most collectors never expect. The year 1940 doesn't usually raise alarms. It sounds familiar, comfortable, almost ordinary. And that is exactly why this coin has been underestimated for decades. The 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, is one of the most deceptive coins ever struck by the United States Mint, a silent heavyweight hiding behind an innocent date. This coin was produced in Philadelphia on the edge of a world about to explode into global conflict. America stood on the brink of World War II, and the US. Mint was operating under mounting pressure, preparing for massive changes in metal usage, production speed, and national demand. Coins from this transitional moment carry a unique historical tension. They were struck in calm, but destined for chaos. That tension lives inside this penny. At first glance, this wheat cent appears calm and controlled, preserved in very good condition, still proudly displaying Lincoln's portrait with strong definition. But then you notice the black spots. Deep, natural, untouched. These aren't flaws, they are signatures of authenticity. They form when metal reacts over decades with its environment in ways that cannot be artificially duplicated without destroying the coin's soul. Experienced collectors know that these natural black carbon spots are proof of originality, not weakness. The composition of the 1940 wheat penny is classic pre-war bronze, a copper-rich alloy that would soon become impossible to replicate as the war redirected metals toward military needs. That alone makes this coin a marker of the end of an era. Every surviving example is a witness to the final calm before the storm. And examples like this, uncleaned, naturally aged, and structurally intact, are in a category of their own. What elevates this particular coin into elite territory is the absence of a mint mark combined with its surface story. Philadelphia struck massive numbers in 1940, but quantity does not equal survival. Most were spent, abused, polished, or erased from history. Very few remained in original, very good condition with honest circulation wear and untouched black spotting. That combination is where rarity is born. Collector demand for this exact profile has exploded quietly. Advanced numismatists and institutional buyers are no longer chasing only perfection. They are chasing truth. Coins that tell real stories. Coins that were not improved. Coins that carry genuine aging. This 1940 no mint mark wheat penny checks every box, and the market knows it. When examples like this appear in auctions, they don't create noise, they create urgency. Private bidding intensifies. Records are quietly broken. And then the coin vanishes into long-term holdings, often never to be seen again for decades. This is not casual collecting. This is strategic acquisition. And now, here is the moment that locks this coin into legend. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of this 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, in very good condition with natural black spots, stands at $188,000. Let that sink in. A single cent, forged in silence, now commanding a value that represents concentrated wealth, stored history, and rising demand all at once. This is the kind of asset that doesn't wait for permission to grow. Its value is increasing day by day, fueled by scarcity, knowledge, and a collector base that understands exactly what they are holding. If this coin is in your possession, you are not late, you are early. Coins like this are becoming unreachable as time moves forward. The supply is fixed, the demand is expanding, and the market is speaking louder every year. This is not a story, not a rumor, not a fantasy. This is reality unfolding in the auction world right now. For collectors, the lesson here is powerful. Never dismiss a familiar date. Never underestimate natural aging. And never assume rarity only belongs to error coins or low mintages. Sometimes rarity is created by survival, and survival creates legends. And remember, this is only coin number 2. US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, uncovering hidden wealth that most people overlook. Stay with me, because coin number 3 pushes this story even further into the unbelievable. Next up, now listen carefully, because this is where expectations completely collapse. The year 1953 sits in a period most people believe holds no secrets. Post-war America, economic confidence, mass production. A time when coins were made fast, plentiful, and ordinary. Or so everyone thought. The 1953 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark, struck in Denver, carries a reality far deeper than its date suggests. A reality that collectors only truly understood decades later. This coin was born in a nation rebuilding itself into a global powerhouse. The Denver Mint was operating at relentless speed, producing coins to fuel a booming economy. Under those conditions, precision often gave way to pressure. Metal planchets varied, striking environments fluctuated, and quality control quietly suffered. That environment created coins that were never meant to survive with character, and yet a few did. This penny is one of them. In very fine condition, this 1953 D wheat penny immediately commands respect. Lincoln's portrait remains sharp and dignified, the wheat stalks on the reverse still standing with confidence. But what truly stops knowledgeable collectors in their tracks are the natural brown spots scattered across the surface. These are not stains. These are not damaged. These are time-sealed chemical signatures formed by decades of metal interaction that cannot be recreated without destroying authenticity. They confirm one thing unmistakably: this coin has never been tampered with. The composition of this penny reflects the final breath of the classic wheat cent era. The bronze alloy still carried the warmth and density collectors crave, before later changes stripped coins of individuality. The Denver Mint's output in 1953 was high, but survival in original, very fine condition with untouched surfaces was brutally low. Most were cleaned. Most were spent into oblivion. Most lost their identity forever. This is where rarity reveals itself, not in numbers minted, but in numbers preserved. A 1953 D wheat penny with natural brown spotting, honest circulation wear, and structural integrity, stands miles apart from common examples. Advanced collectors understand that coins like this are irreplaceable because their story cannot be duplicated. Once they are gone forever. Demand for this exact coin profile has intensified sharply in recent years. Serious collectors are no longer chasing shine, they're chasing truth. They want coins that lived, coins that endured, coins that carry the fingerprint of American history. Auction markets have responded accordingly, and when one of these surfaces, competition is immediate and unforgiving. This coin does not beg for attention. It commands it. It represents the kind of quiet wealth that grows while others are distracted. The kind of asset that rewards patience, knowledge, and timing. And now the moment you have been waiting for. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of this 1953 D. Lincoln Wheat penny in very fine condition with natural brown spots stands at $173,000. Yes, a single cent carrying 6 figures of real active demand. This is not hype. This is not imagination. This is today's auction reality, and the market trajectory is unmistakable. Values like this are increasing day by day as supply disappears and collector awareness explodes. Waiting only makes coins like this harder to reach. If this penny is resting in your collection, you are holding more than metal. You are holding concentrated value, a form of hidden wealth that does not announce itself, but grows relentlessly with time. This is the kind of treasure that changes futures quietly. For collectors, the lesson is undeniable. Do not overlook later-date wheat pennies. Do not dismiss natural spotting. Do not confuse age with insignificance. True rarity is born from survival, originality, and story, and this coin has all three. And remember, this journey is far from over. US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, uncovering coins that redefine value and reshape the market. Stay right here, because coin number 4 is about to challenge everything you think you know about Lincoln Wheat pennies. Next up, this is where the story reaches its most shocking turn. Because if you ever believed that the final years of the Lincoln Wheat penny era were ordinary, forget that belief right now. The 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny with the D Mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint, is one of the most misunderstood coins in American numismatic history. It arrived quietly, just 1 year before the wheat penny disappeared forever, and that timing alone gives it a power most people still fail to recognize. By 1957, America was standing tall in the post-war boom. The economy was strong, spending was aggressive, and coins were moving faster than ever through the hands of the nation. The Denver Mint was running at full force, producing cents at an intense pace to keep up with demand. In that rush, something remarkable happened. Coins were struck, released, circulated, and lost, but only a microscopic fraction survived, with untouched surfaces and authentic aging. This penny is one of those survivors. In very fine condition, this 1957 D wheat penny immediately separates itself from common examples. Lincoln's portrait remains bold, the wheat ears on the reverse are clearly defined, and the coin still carries structural strength that collectors crave. But what truly elevates this piece into elite territory are the natural brown and green spots across the surface. These colors are not accidents. They are decades of environmental interaction, a chemical aging process that cannot be forged, rushed, or duplicated. To experienced collectors, this kind of toning is a signature of originality. The composition of this coin represents the final chapter of a legendary alloy. This was among the last generations of bronze wheat cents before the design ended in 1958. Every 1957 D wheat penny is part of a closing era, but only a tiny number remain in very fine condition with honest wear and untouched surfaces. Most were cleaned, most were altered, most were erased from history. Coins like this one escaped that fate. Rarity here is not about how many were minted, it is about how many remained authentic. The combination of a Denver mint strike, late-era wheat design, natural brown and green spotting, and very fine preservation places this coin into a category that advanced collectors aggressively pursue. Once these coins enter serious collections, they rarely reappear. The supply is shrinking, not expanding. Collector demand for this exact profile has surged as the market has matured. Knowledgeable buyers understand that end-of-era coins carry unique gravity. They represent conclusions, transitions, and final moments, and those moments always carry weight in the auction world. When a 1957 D wheat penny like this surfaces, it doesn't sit. It moves fast, often behind closed doors, into hands that understand exactly what they are acquiring. This coin is not loud. It does not shine like a trophy. Instead, it radiates authority. It is the kind of treasure that grows in silence, gaining strength year after year as fewer examples remain available. And now, the truth that seals its status. The current and absolutely up-to-date market value of this 1957 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark in very fine condition with natural brown and green spots stands at $165,000. Yes, a single cent, holding a six-figure valuation rooted in real market demand. This is not exaggeration. This is not fiction. This is what is happening right now in today's auction environment. And the value is not standing still. It is increasing day by day as collectors race against time and scarcity. Waiting only pushes this treasure further out of reach. If this coin is anywhere in your possession, understand what you are holding. This is not spare change. This is not nostalgia. This is concentrated wealth, a compact form of value that history, rarity, and demand have fused together. Coins like this do not lose relevance. They gain power. For collectors, the lesson is clear and undeniable. Never overlook late-date wheat pennies. Never fear natural color. Never underestimate the final years of a historic design. The end of an era often carries the greatest weight, and this coin proves it. This completes our journey through 4 of the most valuable, most shocking, and most underestimated Lincoln wheat pennies in the world today. And remember, US MintX brings freshly updated discoveries every single day. Hidden wealth is out there, waiting for the right eyes. Stay connected, because the next revelation may be closer than you think.